Hello, it is Emma Jane, aka Emma Jane Reads, and welcome to my first weekly reading vlog. It is currently Sunday morning, and I thought it was only fitting to start by discussing what I am currently reading. So, starting with the physical book that I'm reading, it's Blood Debts by Terry J. Benton Walker. So far, really enjoying this. I'm only about 100 pages in, but I'm having a really great time so far, so gonna keep working on that. And then my audiobook is still The Diviners by Libba Bray. I'm about 7 hours in, which sounds like a lot until you realize that this audiobook is like 18 hours long. So I'm gonna keep working on it. Not currently loving it, but definitely gonna finish it. So that's what I'm currently reading. As for what else is on the agenda today, I'm going to go visit a local independent bookstore called Avid Booksellers. They had sent me an email yesterday that was sort of like, you may have noticed we're having cash flow issues, and we ask that you just, keep us in mind as the year wraps up, and that they ask if you visit that you pay in cash. And they did mention in the email that they are not in like imminent danger of closing. But I don't think that's the kind of email you send if everything's going super well. So I figured I'd go pay them a visit. I did get cash as a grad present, so I can go spend cash with them and, get myself a little treat, support a local pillar of the community that I would hate to see close. So a win-win, truly. So that's the current agenda. I will keep reading and listening to The Diviners, and I will catch back up with you in a bit. It is now 6 p.m. on Sunday, so I thought I'd give you today's rundown. As you saw, went to Avid. I bought Can't Spell Treason Without T because A, it looked really fun, B, it has sprayed edges, and C, it was compared to Legends and Lattes, which I loved, so had to get it. They did have the bingo card promotion going, and this book fit the cozy fiction little spot, which means that I got to spin the little bingo wheel for a prize. And the prize I won was an advanced reader copy. This is her, The West Passage. I have actually seen this on Goodreads. I think I had marked it as want to read, so very serendipitous that I saw an arc of it. So this is exciting. We'll add both of these to the TBR. As for what I'm reading, I finished Blood Debts and I really enjoyed it. I'm feeling like a solid 4 stars, and I definitely think I'm gonna pick up the sequel at some point in the future. I had a lovely time with this. The world building, the magic systems, the characterization all was really delightful to me. I had a very good time. Definitely gonna pick up the sequel, but yes, very happy with this. I will pick another physical book to read in a bit. I don't know if that's gonna be a tonight problem or a tomorrow morning problem, but that's where we're leaving the physical book path right now. As for the audiobook, I have listened to another hour and a half of The Diviners. I'm at 8.5 hours now. So I do think at this point I can start making some generalized comments on it. My main thing right now is that I'm enjoying the world building and I'm enjoying the plot, but I'm finding all of the characters very one-dimensional. I just think they're sort of boring because of that. They're all just very flat, sort of like their archetype through and through, and I would just like a little more variety, a little more spice, a little more dimension. Definitely not going to make me stop reading it again because I'm enjoying the plot and the world building, so we'll just see how this keeps on going, and who knows, that may be fixed by the end of the book. I've got many more hours of this audiobook to go. So that is my current Sunday night update. I'll talk to you again soon. Hello again. It is Monday evening, and I thought I'd give you the quick reading update for today. Also, ignore the fact if I look sunburned. I spent a little too long at the pool, I think, but I stayed there so long because I was finishing Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I really liked this. I binged it the whole way through while sitting at the pool. It was delightful. 4 stars. Abby Jimenez has a talent of making me think I'm gonna read a little fun romance novel and then hit you with the traumatic backstory. But I love her for that, frankly. A solid 4 stars. I had a good time with this. And then after I got back from the pool, I started The Lost Dreamer, seen here. I'm currently at 67 pages in. How do I feel about it? There are 2 POVs in this book, and one of them I'm really liking, and the other one I'm currently feeling mid on. Admittedly, I'm only 67 pages in, so that can easily change, but that's my current take. As for The Diviners, I am now 14 hours into the audiobook. I am getting so close to the end, only about 4 hours left. I'm feeling about the same as I did last time we spoke about it, so no update there, but I'm excited to be so close to finishing it, truly. So that's my current reading update. I don't know that I'm gonna have another update today, just because I'm gonna try to do some other stuff. I don't think I'll do that much more reading, but I will check back in with you next time I have more updates. Hello again. It is just after 5 p.m. on Tuesday, and I thought it was time for my daily book update. So, first things first, book mail. I got this copy of Heavenbreaker by Sarah Wolf today. I had pre-ordered this because the description sounded interesting, and I'm a sucker for sprayed edges, as we can tell. However, I realized upon unboxing this that it's actually a Red Tower book, and I've had sort of mixed experiences with Red Tower, so we'll see what I end up thinking on this. I'll keep you updated. As for audiobooks, I finally finished The Diviners. Thank goodness. I'm gonna say this was like a solid 3-star. Didn't love the characterization, but enjoyed the plot and the world building, as I've previously stated, so 3 stars, probably won't read the sequel. As for my current audiobook, after I finished The Diviners, my hold for Lost in the Neverwoods by Aiden Thomas's audiobook came in, and so I thought it was a sign. I've started listening to this. I'm maybe 20 minutes in, so I don't have thoughts yet, but I'm very excited for this. I've liked both the other Aiden Thomas books that I've read, so this is exciting. Physical books. So I finished The Lost Dreamer. I didn't love this, and I can't like pinpoint exactly what my problem was with it. Like, I can't pick anything and be like, that was my issue. I just didn't have like a great time reading it, if that makes sense. I don't know. So yeah, this is like a perfectly fine book. I think it just wasn't my thing. So this is probably also like a 3 stars. Like, I can't think of anything wrong with it. I just didn't have a great time. As for what I'm going to be reading physically next, To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods, my Illumicrate edition. I have an Illumicrate reading club on Fable. You're more than welcome to join if you want to come. And I just need to read this month's book so I can start updating in the app. But I'm a little scared. It has a 3.53 on Goodreads, and I normally won't touch anything that has like lower than a 3.6. So I'm a little worried. I haven't looked at what people said the problem was with this, because whenever I read a negative review before I read the book, I find myself looking for the problem rather than like reading and enjoying the book. So I guess I'm gonna go and I'll figure it out for myself. But yes, it's so beautiful. I'm hoping I enjoy it. I mean, it's truly like a beautiful Illumicrate edition as always. So I guess we'll see how this goes. Tonight I'm planning to film my like other video that I had planned for this week. So I don't know how much more reading I'll do today, but this is my Tuesday update if I don't see you again. Talk to you again soon. Good evening. It is currently Wednesday night, and I just wanted to give you my Wednesday update before I finish for the day. So, to start with Lost in the Neverwoods, I'm now about 5.5 hours into the audiobook and having a wonderful time, really enjoying this, gonna keep working on it. As for To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods, I'm not having a good time. I sort of want to DNF it, but because it's the book club book, I sort of feel like I can't. I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep trooping on this. I'm currently 159 pages in. So I'm about halfway, a little under halfway. I don't know. I'm just not feeling her. I don't like the romance dynamic. It's giving me the ick. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But that's my Wednesday update. Hello again. It is about 10 p.m. on Thursday night, so it is time to actually do my Thursday check-in. So starting with the fact that I went to 2 bookstores today. I only filmed one of them, of course, because why would I ever remember what I'm doing? And then I, of course, bought a book at the second one that I didn't film. The second one was a used bookstore. I got a copy of The Unbroken by C.L. Clark. I'm excited for this. It has been on my Goodreads TBR for forever, so we'll see what I end up thinking of her. As for the audiobook, Lost in the Neverwoods, I'm about 7 hours and 45 minutes into this. I'm a little over 60% of the way through, still having a good time. I'm not having as good of a time as I originally was, but overall, still a fun time. Finally, her. Okay, I dislike this book so strongly. I have maybe 40 pages left and I just want to DNF it. I'm so close that I just should finish it while I'm at it, but like I'm having such a like unfun time. Hello, it is Friday and I just watched back the Thursday clip and it starts acting real funky about when I started talking about 2Ks Upon Wicked Gods. So I'm just gonna talk about it now, spoilers ahead. So here we go. I did finish this. I finished the last 40 pages. It did not get better. And to now spoilery describe what I didn't like about it, our main character is like in a magical country that is actively being colonized and taken over by these Romans who came through a portal, and like her people are actively being killed and tortured by the Romans, and she for some inexplainable reason is like deeply in love with the second prince. He never does anything to earn it. And she's like, I just feel so comfortable in his arms after she knows he's like killing her people. No justification. She's just really into him. I don't know, girl. Crazy. So I don't like it. The magic system was entertaining. If this had focused more on the magic system, I would have had a good time, but it didn't. So had a bad time. This sort of put me into a reading slump. I finished the last 40 pages, didn't start another physical book, and then only listened to about 15 minutes of Lost in the Neverwoods. 40 pages. 15 minutes of Lost in the Neverwoods. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better reading day for me. But this is my Friday check-in. Sort of mad Illumicrate sent me this, to be honest. Did not like it. But anyway, talk to you soon. Hello, it is currently Saturday evening and this is my final check-in. So I thought I'd update you on what I did today and do like a final overall recap. So as you saw, I went to 2 different half-price books because they're doing like a Memorial Day weekend sale where everything in the store is an additional 20% off. And everything is already half price, so quite the deal. So I went to 2 locations. The first one, I got a copy of She Who Became the Sun, which has been on my TBR for quite a while, an adult fantasy that I'm very interested in reading, so exciting for her. And then I found Shielded on the clearance cart, and it was marked down to $3, the extra 20% off, $2.40. And I know I said I was trying to stop buying as much YA, but for $2.40 I had to have it. Anyway, so that was the first stop. The second stop, I went in and I traded in a bag of books. They gave me like $8 for them, which is not very much, but it was stuff I couldn't sell on Pango, so, you know, had to get rid of it some way. So I traded it in and I bought 2 books. First, These Hollow Vows, because I have been told I need to read it. Again, with me buying YA, I know. And then Crown of Feathers. This is a signed, like, sprayed edge edition from a book box. So very exciting. I saw it, I had to have it. It was like $18 and then it was an extra 20% off. And then I had the trade-in credit, so I bought it. You know, what can you do? As for what I read today, I did not start a new physical book, but I did finish my audiobook of Lost in the Neverwoods. My final thoughts on this: 3 stars. I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the Sunbearer Trials or Cemetery Boys, which I gave 5 and 4 stars respectively. So I feel like I have to give this 3 just to order them properly. But not bad. Not bad at all. So, overall recap. I read 6 books this week. Not bad. Or finished. I started The Diviners last week, finished it this week. You get the idea. Finished 6 books this week. And that does seem like a lot. And we also have to keep in mind that I did buy 7 books this week. So technically, I only added 1 book to my TBR, is how I'm justifying these. As the final recap for what I read and what I bought, the books I read were Blood Debts, Just for the Summer, The Diviners, The Lost Dreamer, To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods, and Lost in the Neverwoods. And then the books I bought, if you remember this from the first update, Heaven Breaker, then Can't Spell Treason Without T that I bought at Avid, this book that I bought at the used bookstore earlier this week, The Unbroken, and then the 4 books that I bought today at Half Price Books. So all in all, not a bad week for book shopping and book reading. Also ignore the fact that the sun is like descending on me if I lean too far this way. But yes, had a pretty good reading week. Thank you for joining me on this adventure, and I hope you also have a lovely reading week coming up, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!